We're very excited to introduce you to our book club, My Kitchen, My Table. And we're super excited about this book club because we get to eat too. So we're going to be reviewing the book, The Winemaker Cooks by Christine Hanna. And first, let me introduce you to our book club members. We have Sherry.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, and Pat.
Hi, Catherine. Glad to be here.
So nice to have you. And Linda.
Thanks for having us, Catherine.
And Peter.
Can't wait to eat.
Me too. We are going to go and meet our author now.
I'm Christine Hanna. I'm president of Hanna Winery and the author of The Winemaker Cooks. It's a series of seasonal menus, wine pairings for each of the recipes, and great entertaining tips peppered throughout the book. Seasonality works with both food and wine. So in the wintertime when you're making long braised dishes and root vegetables and winter greens, you're going to pick Cabernets with big, bold flavors and tannins. In the summertime, you're going to choose bright, aromatic, acidic Sauvignon Blanc, so the wines go with the food for sure. This whole cookbook project came about because of our wine club. So if you'd like more information about our wine club, about food and wine pairings, go to hannawinery.com, and I certainly invite you to come visit any 3 of our tasting rooms.
Now, how long have you all been together as a book club?
Well, we've been together for several years now. We come together at my table and we all share the recipes and eat the food and then talk about the book, comment on how it was written, how it was designed, the pictures, that kind of thing.
Now, who made the salad?
I made the watermelon and feta and green bean salad, which was really simple. And in there, the vinaigrette has shallots that have soaked in it for a while, and it has balsamic in there as well as lime juice.
It's absolutely delicious. Now, who made the tomato and feta?
So I did, and this is the Japanese eggplant salad with sun-gold tomatoes, feta, and mint. And I made this because I just thought it was a beautiful looking salad to start with.
It really is very pretty. Yeah.
The recipe called for grilling the eggplant, but the author also said that you could roast in the oven and have good results.
Right.
The recipe said 4 or 5 small Japanese eggplants. And to me, a small Japanese eggplant is pretty small. But then when I looked at the amount of salt that was to be used with the small eggplants, I decided the salt was a little bit too much.
That was one thing that I found in the book quite a bit, was that there wouldn't be measurements for a lot of things, like the eggplant or like a shallot or a jalapeno or a red pepper. And so it would call for a small one or a medium one. But really, how do you know what that means?
I think she had to give you a starting place. And so I think it's fine for her putting in there. It's just knowing that you really need to double check and retaste.
Since this cookbook club is all about really reading the book from cover to cover, you start to get a feel of the voice of the recipe writer.
The one other thing that was really great about it was she put together complete menus. So you didn't have to think about, okay, will this go with this, or what am I going to serve? You've got it all right there.
Yeah. So Peter, tell us about your dish.
Yes, so I made the spicy summer corn pudding. It's basically cream, butter, corn, a red bell pepper, the chili has some salt and pepper, and it actually asked for some hot red pepper, but I actually used a special Aleppo pepper, which is a really lovely Mediterranean pepper. And actually the author is of Syrian background, so I thought that was kind of a neat thing that just sort of by chance I happen to have this pepper that's used more in Eastern Mediterranean cooking. This gratin dish goes inside of a roasting pan that you put about 1/2 inch of water up to about half of the height of the gratin dish. Right. And then that's how it's a custard. It's not just like...
Is that in the recipe book?
Yes.
Or is that, okay. So
yeah, she actually calls that out very specifically, that you cook it in this manner to get the texture that it's supposed to have.
That's amazing.
So I hope it's good, you guys.
And I love the heat.
There's good heat? Oh, good. I like spicy foods.
Now, Linda, can you let us know about your dish?
Yes, so my dish consists of 3 different recipes. It's the shrimp kebabs with the riata and the couscous. For the shrimp, I marinated them in advance and stuck them on skewers, and the book does call to grill them on the grill, and I don't have a grill because I live in a loft in the city. And so I just put them under the broiler for 3 minutes on each side, and that worked fine.
Is this her first book?
It is her first book, yeah.
She has a very nice writing style, and she's very casual, and I just really felt like at the end of the book that I knew her.
I loved how she wrote about her weeds at the beginning of the spring part, because I thought, oh, she has weeds. We all have them. We all try to tackle them.
And now, the best part for every meal. Sherry, please tell us about your dessert.
Okay, well, this is a Meyer lemon tea cake with a sauterne glaze. The book called for it to be made in a loaf pan, but I thought it would look nicer, you know, in a bun pan. And in the book, Chris says that you can double the recipe and it will fit in a bun pan. So
she actually makes that recommendation. Oh, nice.
I wanted to garnish with some fresh mint from my garden, but also underneath my Meyer lemon trees, I have a lot of nasturtiums growing. So they're edible flowers, so I thought we would just garnish with those.
Beautiful.
Let's try it.
Okay. And so, Pat, would you like to tell us about your dessert?
Sure. I made a crisp. It's a blackberry thyme crisp. Just a little bit of lemon juice and sugar and cornstarch. And then the topping, the crisp topping, which is always my favorite part, what happened there is I think I over-blended it. And I think next time what I would do is I would make it by hand in a bowl and not use the food processor because it just ground it too fine, and so it didn't stay in chunks up on top of the fruit. But I think it'll still taste okay.
It looks beautiful.
It's fantastic.
And then the homemade ice cream, Linda.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
Is this your recipe, or was that part of the book as well?
So this recipe was in the book. It's a honey almond ice cream, and she writes that she makes it because her husband is a beekeeper, and so they have honey. I think the end result turned out really, really well, so I hope you enjoy.
Absolutely delicious. What a treat. Such a pleasure to have you all here. The food's amazing. You guys, I mean, I know this seems like a very sophisticated cookbook, beautiful, but you all get an A+. Next, we are going to be going with the Marcus Book Club, Surviving Chadwick. Thank you.